Hey, I tried to slide in, but hey everyone, it's Dana, and I'm back with another video. Clearly, I'm doing something a little bit different this time again. Surprise, surprise. So I'm feeling really guided to just literally film myself talking about the things that I have been reflecting on and really the things that I have realized these past few months during my time of deep introspection. Some people might call it the dark night of the soul, shadow work, whatever you want to name it. But I definitely took the past few months during this pandemic to take some time for myself and really evaluate the root of what has been stressing me and causing me to repeat the same patterns in my life over and over again. So first, it took me recognizing that I was repeating a cycle, and then it took me wanting to fix the cycle, wanting to break that, and then not only wanting to do that, but be willing to put in the work, the determination that it takes, and persevere through all of the past traumas that I needed to deal with and other things that were coming up during that time. So, that being said, I just want to jump right into it. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. Maybe like spiritual knowledge episode 1 or something. I don't know if I'm going to like continue this or whatnot, but we'll see how this goes. So today I want to talk about how you know your abundance is coming and how to stand in your divine energy and turn every rejection into your biggest blessing. So, okay, so I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with how to stand in your divine energy and turn every rejection into your biggest blessing. So, when it comes to rejection, I have a blog post about this up on my website that might be useful for you to read if this is something that you're currently going through or dealing with right now. When it comes to rejection, there are certain emotions, trigger words that come up when we think of the word rejection, right? Heartbreak, sadness, melancholy, that just like abandonment, these feelings of like unworthiness tend to surface up when we get rejected. Now, the hardest part about transmuting this energy is understanding that the heartbreak, the sadness, the melancholy is really all an illusion. And that's the hardest part about it, because in society today, we always talk about being in tune with our emotions and being in touch with, embracing our emotions whenever we feel that they rise up, which I 100% agree with is something that we definitely need to acknowledge. We can't hold anything in. However, we need to recognize when we are the cause of our emotions and not another person. So you can't point the finger at the other person for rejecting you and say, this person made me sad, this person made me feel abandoned. You are the only person that could ever make yourself feel like that. Yes, this person may have said, no, I don't want you in my life. I'm leaving, I'm going the other way. But you could have taken that information and been like, okay, have fun, do you. That's clearly what you need to be doing with your life right now, and I don't need to be part of it, that's fine. But instead, you took that information and your brain went, oh my fucking God, what's wrong with me, that this person doesn't care about me, like maybe that's not the exact thought process that you had, but your brain went down that spiral cycle of thought, of negative thought, of thought that somebody else could have put you out in the cold. Somebody else could have isolated you and alienated you out of a situation, which in reality, someone can alienate you from their life, but that feeling that comes from the alienation, the abandonment, the heartbreak that comes from that rejection, that is self-created and self-imposed. I know. I know, it's really hard. It's really hard. And I'm being genuine here because it's really hard to recognize when we are the cause of our own pain. It sucks. It sucks to recognize. Because when you realize that, when you make that connection, you're kind of like, well, what the fuck have I been doing? Why have I been putting myself through that? You know? Like, why would I do that to myself? But this is where the compassion for yourself comes in. Because yes, you were the one who put yourself out in the cold. You were the one who made yourself feel abandoned. Correct. This is all true, right? And forgive me because I'm not sugarcoating shit here right now. This is about growth. Yes, you were the one who put yourself out there. But this is where the compassion comes in. Like I said, because you must go to the root of why your brain went to heartbreak and sadness, right? Over, I'm going to take this as an opportunity to go and get at what I want. There is a root, a sentiment within your being that caused you to go here, this way, instead of this way, right? Instead of saying, taking the rejection and transmuting that energy into a positive experience for you, right? Going this way, you went into a spiral negative thought this way. There is something within you that triggered you to go boop, that way rather than boop, this way, right? And it is about transmuting what this is, right, into love and compassion for yourself. So this way, when you get rejected, this root sentiment is built up of unconditional self-love, compassion, and respect for yourself. That you never put yourself out in the cold and go this way. Your only option you ever even, it's so subconscious, you just automatically go that way, right? It's a beautiful thing. But to get there, it's a long, hard process. You can't just flip the switch and then all of a sudden, all your energy and all the past traumas you've ever been through are transmuted into beautiful, loving, light energy. And every experience you ever get from now on, you could just look at it and fucking smile. That's not how it works. And if it was how it worked, if that was how life worked, I'm sure there would be a lot more happy people walking around the earth right now and walking around New York City. So, okay, so with that being said, this is way easier said than done, okay? It's going to take a lot longer than the length of this video, even if you watched it 30 times over. It's going to take longer to actually deal with these issues, right? Because trauma is not light. These are heavy, genuinely heavy experiences that we've been through. And part of the having compassion for yourself comes with that, of really understanding that you went through something difficult and that does have an effect on you, that experiences in our lives have major effects on us, especially when we are innocent children and we're very susceptible to the environment, the world around us, and the influences of the things going on around us. So really just sit down with yourself and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for ever letting yourself feel abandoned. Forgive yourself for ever leaving yourself out in the cold when someone rejected you. Bring yourself inside from the cold now. Hug yourself. Really hug yourself. Sit with yourself. Say, I see you. I hear you. I love you. Right? I see you. I hear you. I love you. Say that to yourself. And it may sound silly, it may sound like insane, crazy, or weird to really sit with yourself and have these conversations, but it is necessary for growth, right? It's just not easy. And if it were easy, everyone would be doing it. And everyone would be glowing, beautiful, like glowing, radiant, alchemizers of negative energy. But, you know, we are human. And, correction. We are having a human experience. Right? we're having a human experience. And with this experience comes these social conditions, right? These social conditioning, these limiting beliefs and stuff that are imposed on us from society, from the 3D realm, from this earth experience. These are things that we walk into as energy beings when we come and have this human experience down on earth. So, we're existing in a space where we're only in this human experience. You can't expect yourself to have the foresight of someone that isn't existing in a human experience. You just don't. You are in the human experience. You do have the social conditioning and the limiting beliefs, and you do need to work through them and push past them in order to have that foresight and understanding. You need to overcome these things. You can't just snap your fingers and be enlightened. So, although self-love is the best love, it is the hardest to find. It is the hardest to find. And that might be why it is the best, because true unconditional self-love is really so rare. Because it takes all of this deep work, shadow work, dark work. It is dark, but dark doesn't mean negative. Dark doesn't mean negative. It doesn't mean negative. It doesn't. I, after going through this process, feel better than I ever have in my entire life. And I know as I continue to do this deep work with myself, this deep, dark shadow work with myself, I know that I will begin to see the light and more light in each and every situation that I experience. So it's not negative. Dark, yes it is, but negative, no. So, I also wrote here that dark experiences are gifts from the divine. Now, why do I say it's a gift? So, as I said, we are having a human experience, but at the end of the day, we're energy beings. Everything on this earth, around this earth, in this universe, this galaxy, is energy. Everything that exists is energy. This is all energy. The moon, the earth rotates around the sun, right? Because of energy. The moon shifts the tides of the water because of energy. Energy is energy. Energy exists all around us. We can't physically see it. A lot of times we can feel it. Energy exists around us. Okay, so dark experiences are gifts from the divine because it is a lump sum of energy. Now, it's dark energy. Yes, again, this is dark, but this doesn't mean negative. This is not negative energy. This is dark energy. So a gift it is? Yes, it is. A gift it is. Because it is a lump sum of energy. Energy, like, whoosh, here you go, right? So imagine I'm going on my merry path, like, on my merry way, and then all of a sudden the divine slaps me in the face with some dark energy. Whoa! Whoa! Now I could look at that and be like, that was rude. Oh my gosh, I can't. You just slapped me. Or I could look at that and be like, whoa. You just woke me the fuck up. And I needed that. Thank you. See what I'm saying here? Okay. So, they give us the energy. It's our choice what we do with it. You could take that energy. You could put yourself out in the cold. You could, someone slap you in the face. You could say, okay, I guess I'm going to go this way then. And I'm just going to put myself out in the cold. I'm just going to cry in the square. I'm going to stay here. And I'm just going to stay here. Then what's going to take you out of that? What, the other person's got to come back or something? Like, how are you ever going to stop yourself from fucking crying in the corner? Right? Or, slap in the face again, right? What was I missing? What did I need to see here? Boom, you just woke me the fuck up. Wipe the crust out of my eyes. Oh, I was walking my merry way, but I was walking in a circle and I didn't even fucking realize it. I was just going. And I was going in a fucking circle, in a cycle, over and over and over again. Whoa. The divine just woke you up. You're welcome. That dark force, it just woke you up. And no, it is not negative. It is not negative. Dark it is, yes. But you, as an energy being, have the power to transmute that into whatever you would like. And you could keep it as a dark forest and let yourself cry in the corner over there. Or you could... The word alchemize just came to my head. I guess alchemize that energy. I don't know if that would be the actual word, but that's what's coming to my mind. Alchemize that energy. Transmute the energy that could keep you stuck, and instead allow that to propel you forward. So we have the option to transmute energy, any energy that is gifted to us, dark, light, whatever. We have the power to transmute that energy. We have the ability to transmute that energy through the power of perception. We have the ability to transmute any dark experience through the power of perception. Through the power of perception. There is power in how you perceive your reality, because your thoughts create your reality. People always overlook that statement, right? Your thoughts create your reality. Thoughts create your reality. I hear people say, "Oh, thoughts create your reality." They don't know what the fuck you're even saying. Thoughts create. You know what that even means, though? Do you know what that even means? Though? Because I heard you crying about how Shorty won't text you back. But those create your reality. So instead of just spitting out these sayings and mantras like we know what the fuck we're talking about, how about let's actually do the work and really know what the fuck we're talking about? Maybe we could try that for a change. How about that, Mapples? Huh? Okay, so on to the next thing. I said, how do you know your abundance is coming? So this is a great thing, and I love how I started out with how to turn rejection into your biggest blessing, because once you transmute dark energy into light and use that to propel you forward, boom. Now you're on the way towards your abundance. So now here comes the, how do you recognize when your abundance is coming? How do you know when your abundance is coming? Well, let me tell you, honey, because it's really tricky to understand when your abundance is coming. Oh, it is so fucking tricky. Ooh, it is so tricky, because the devil loves to play some fucking games on our asses. Ooh, the devil loves to play some fucking games. Oh, the devil loves to play some fucking games. So let me remind y'all real quick who the devil is. Who is the devil? The devil can be anything. The devil is not always a physical person. The devil is, when I say the devil, I mean devil energy. Devil energy. This could be somebody who you haven't spoken to in 10 years, thinking that they don't want to see you in a long-term relationship with somebody else. That is devil energy. It could be a toxic ex coming back around. That could be some devil energy. It could be an addiction that you have to alcohol, and then someone who you thought was a friend asked you to go out 2 nights in a row when they know that you have an alcohol problem. That's devil energy right there. It's devil energy. Mm-hmm. Now, remember what I was saying before. Another way that we could recognize that our abundance is coming is when we go through this period of, ready? We just got slapped in the face. I just got slapped in the face by the divine, right? With that dark energy, that dark experience. Now, I could go cry in the corner, right? Or I could transmute the energy. Regardless of what I decide to do, though, at the baseline of either decision is a past trauma. Again, let's go back to this root I was talking about. The root of the issue. The sentiment, there's something a sentiment sitting inside of your energy being, in your energy body. It is sitting inside of your energy body, right? Because experiences, they hold, everything is energy. Experiences hold energy. And if you don't clear that energy, it will sit in your energy body for the rest of your life. So yes, there is a sentiment within your energy body that is the root of if you decide to go this way or that way. And it stems from past experiences, dark or light. Remember, we're talking about that. A dark experience could be a past trauma that gets you really triggered and sends you all the way this way, crying in the corner. I feel abandoned. I feel left. At the end of the day, it all stems from this root of energy clogged in our energy body. So, you know your abundance is coming. You know it's coming when you get fucking triggered. When you're like, oh my God, that shit just whoa, that fucking triggered me. I was on my merry way, but oh shit, did you just? Yes, they fucking did. Are you up now? Do you see now? Do you see? Because that's what they're trying to get you to understand. Hello? This past trauma has been sitting sentiment in your energy body for fucking years. You're not going to address this? You're just going to keep walking around in a fucking circle. You're not going to address this? That's what the divine is looking at you like, hello? I guess we have to slap you in the face because you're just going to go on. You're just going to in a fucking circle all day? All fucking life? Guess we have to slap you in the face with a dark experience. Oh, here we go. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? And then they're like, they kind of wait and see. And then if you like go in the corner and you cry about it, they're like, damn. Well, guess we'll have to try again. The divine doesn't care. Time is all an illusion. And remember, we're energy beings. This body is just a vessel. Time is all an illusion. My energy being will exist after this body can no longer support it. My energy being will still exist. So the sentiment that is still rooted in my energy body from a past trauma that I experienced, maybe this life, maybe last life, who even knows? But until I address it, it will stay sentiment, stay rooted in my energy body for all of my existence. That means after this life as well, because we will continue to exist as energy. So time is an illusion for the divine. They will really just get you next cycle. Get you next time you're going around that same spot in the circle and they're like, all right, let's try again. Here she is. She's coming. Let's try. Bah! And then if you sit in the corner again, they're like, ah, damn, looks like we gotta try again next time. And they're just sitting there waiting because time is an illusion and they don't give a fuck. It's all nothing to them, but you are genuinely going around in another cycle of your life over and over and over again. And over and over and over again. And over and over and over again. Until you decide to transmute the energy that is keeping you going in a merry-go-round. So how do you know your abundance is coming? Well, first you know it's coming when they hit you with that. You know that the divine is trying to give you your abundance when they hit you with a dark experience like that. You know that they're trying to wake you up because you're missing something and you're about to walk past something that they want to give you. That is how you know your abundance is coming. So first, it's that trigger. But then you have the decision if you're going to walk towards your abundance or not, because we have free will here on earth. That's the beauty of it. They give you the experience, right? But you have free will. What do you want to do with the energy? Are you going to transmute it? Or are you going to keep yourself stuck? Are you going to go on the same cycle, or are you going to hop on a new timeline? What is it? The choice is always yours. It's always, always yours. That's the blessing of it. Energy is energy. The divine can go, here you go. Here's some blessed energy. Here's some dark energy. Here's some light energy. Here's whatever the fuck they want to give you. But it's always up to you what you do with it. It's always up to you what you do with it. They can hand you abundance and you could throw it out the window. It's always up to you what you do with it. Always, always, always up to you. It's the beauty of free will, baby. So, that's how you know they want to give you your abundance. But it's up to you if you genuinely go and get it, right? Okay, so that's the first thing that you know that they want to give you your abundance. Then, now how I told you that it's a long, hard process to work through these past traumas. It's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not like a blink of an eye. So as you're going through it, you might feel like, am I even making any progress? Like, is there an understanding energetically that I am making way here? Am I moving towards my abundance? Am I genuinely transmuting this energy, or am I still remaining in a place where I shouldn't be? You know, there might be some time where you're like in confusion, because this is a process that could take years. It could take months. It's definitely not going to take days, but it could take months. It could take years. It depends. It depends. It really depends. I kind of forgot what I was going to say a little bit, but time is all an illusion is what I really want to emphasize. So even when you're in the thick of it, yeah, here it is. Even when you're in the thick of it, part of going through that process of healing your past traumas is understanding that there's a lot of power in the present moment. There's a lot of power in the now, and no longer living in the past, and no longer letting the past hold you back and hold you back from things, and it affects you in a dark way. Time is an illusion. Time is an illusion. So, like I said, our abundance could be right around the corner. But if we are here and we just are going in a circle, 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 time is an illusion. So our abundance will be sitting out here. I mean, theoretically waiting. Time is an illusion. Waiting for us to get our shit together and stop going in this cycle of perceived negativity. Perception, perceived negativity. Remember the power of perception. Perceived negativity. Our abundance is like right around the corner, waiting for us to transmute the energy that's been keeping us stuck in on this merry-go-round. But it's so subconscious that you don't even realize it. Again, like SpongeBob SquarePants, like I'm ready, thinking that you're living your best life, going out to drink with your friends every weekend. Meanwhile, your abundance is around the corner. The dream relationship that you've always wanted is around the corner, but you're over here answering your toxic ex's phone call when he wants to hit you up. No. Stand in your divine power. Empress, emperor energy. Masculine, divine, feminine, divine, masculine energy. Stand in it now. Standing in that energy means I know what I deserve, and I give it to myself, and I don't need anybody to give it to me. You heard? You heard? Oh, no, but seriously, like, it means I fill up my own cup, and my cup is overflowing, yes, but I still have boundaries about where I allow my cup to overflow into. Because I respect myself, and I know what I deserve. So, when you change your perception, you shift your perception, you shift the reality of the world around you and of yourself. You shift the reality of how you view yourself. You shift the reality of the world, because when you perceive something as a dark experience, that then goes to follow through with your thought. You see the world as dark. You see yourself as lacking or missing something, or needing to do or be better. But when we step off that merry-go-round, right, we let the slap take us off course a little bit. We go down the road less traveled for a while. We spend some time alone, and we really think about how things have been affecting us, and how we may or may not have let things affect us. That's how we begin to make the baby steps towards our abundance. We must remember, though, that devil energy will always be there to test you. You've been going in this cycle for so long. Your abundance is out here on the horizon. But the devil's right here next to you, attached to you. For as long as you let it. You could walk off the merry-go-round and leave the devil right where it was at, going on its own cycle, and walk towards your abundance. Or you could stay on that merry-go-round with that devil energy and that perceived negativity, which is also devil energy. Thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts could be devil energy themselves. Self-imposed prison of your own thoughts. So, to conclude, I feel we are truly abundant the moment we recognize who we truly are. And that's the key to understanding this. Because your abundance isn't a good job. It's not a great relationship. And that might be part of it. But your true abundance is recognition of your divinity. It's recognition of who the fuck you are. It's remembering that. Because somewhere along the line in this human experience, through all the social conditioning and all the limiting beliefs, you unlearned that fact. You unlearned the true essence of who you really are. The true essence of your universal light and love and divinity. So although it might be a hard, lengthy process, make that decision to relearn that now. Make the decision to relearn who you really are. And then your abundance will just overflow into your life like your overflowing cup of love. Unconditional love for self automatically becomes unconditional love for others. Once you are completely compassionate and vulnerable with yourself, that's how you can be compassionate and vulnerable with others. So again, part of your abundance might be that relationship, that career, whatever. That comes after. The true abundance, the true connection that you make as soon as you hop off that merry-go-round is the remembrance of your divinity. It's remembering who you really are. You are love, you are light, you are universal energy, you are a god, you are a goddess. You are a king, you are a queen. You are divine. You are divine energy. You are dark and you are light. Divine energy in its wholeness. Sending so many peace and blessings. Love, love, love.